What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and in today's video I have some Ahsoka theories. If you like this type of content, then please consider liking it and subscribing for more Ahsoka coverage and other coverage on all the Star Wars stuff. Alright, the first theory I'm going to be talking about the one Inquisitor that fights Ahsoka, Marrok. And a lot of people are suggesting that he is Ezra Bridger or Starkiller. The Ezra Bridger stuff, I think that is almost guaranteed to be wrong because that doesn't make any sense. Why would Ezra be working, I don't know, with the bad guys? Of course, maybe through the show they'll explain it, but I don't know. This one, you would need explaining it. But I guess you could. We'll see. And then another option that people are suggesting is that Starkiller or Galen Merrick from the Force Unleashed games. And I like this option better because I think it's more interesting and potentially, well, it'd be cool to bring him into canon, even though he probably is not going to be the way he was in Legends, but I mean, we would have to see. So, yeah, that's probably my preference. Or the third option, it's just a new character. It's some new character that was made up for the show. So, yeah, that's fine if it's a brand new character. It doesn't have to be a character we know, or even like, yeah. And I don't know. Does anyone think it's like maybe Barriss Offee? Because I don't think it's Barriss Offee, but I mean I've heard that here and there. So I don't think so. That would be, I don't know if I would like that. Depends. And, well, that's it for the Inquisitor. My next theory has to deal with the new galaxy and the aliens that built the henge that the bad guys used to look at the map in the second episode of Ahsoka. And I've got four options. I've got, it's a new species we've never seen before. The Grisk from the Thrawn novels. The Rakata from Legends. And the Yuuzhan Vong, also from Legends. And, yeah, well, I'll give some background on each. So, first up is the Grisk. They are a sentient race from the unknown regions, warlike and hostile. They are described as wide-shouldered with angled brow ridges and a tapered skull, which their deep-set eyes rest. They have had dealings with the Chiss, which is Thrawn's people. And then you have the Rakata. This alien species in Legends is from Lahone, the planet. They were technologically advanced and were one of the early spacefaring races. They were corrupted by long-time use of the dark side of the Force, thus making them ruthless and cruel warriors and subjugators. They formed the Infinite Empire, which lasted centuries, and they were known to dabble in cannibalism. And then you have the Yuuzhan Vong. This race was nomadic and came from another galaxy in Legends. They were religious zealots who detested mechanical technology, opting for organic tech. And to top it all off, these guys were impossible to be sensed through the Force, but they were somewhat susceptible to some Force-based attacks. So the Jedi aren't like instant wins on these guys, which is pretty cool. So, and yeah, so now, why do I think it's these options? Well, I think the Grisk, it would be a really good way to tie into the Thrawn novels that Timothy Zahn wrote, the new canon ones, because if you've read those books, the Grisk, they're still very mysterious. We don't know a lot about them, and they would be they actually would make a really awesome big threat that like you'd have to have a bunch of people team up for. So like you'd have the New Republic, maybe some bounty hunters, the Chiss, maybe even some factions of the Imperial Remnant. They would all team up to fight the Grisk because they're a big threat galaxy wide. That would be really cool. And it's kind of same for the Yuuzhan Vong, because the Grisk are basically the canon version of the Yuuzhan Vong. They're not exactly the same, but they fulfill the same function essentially. So, but the Yuuzhan Vong, they could be a big threat that everyone, a bunch of characters could team up for and fight, instead of just fighting the Imperial Remnant forever, because that's kind of boring. Let's get a new threat. Let's get something different. And the Rakata, I mean, you could do the same thing, but the Rakata also have, they had this empire. Of course, at this time in the Star Wars galaxy, if they had their empire, it's long since dead. But let's say they had a group venture out into another galaxy, and the Rakata Empire is still going strong in this new galaxy. That would be cool. And they would be a threat because let's say they're basically dark side and that. So I think that'd be cool. And then the last option is obviously a new alien species that we don't know anything about. I think this is probably the least exciting of the three, because you don't have to. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be new aliens in this new galaxy, but I think you need to connect it somehow, because I mean, the Grisk are just waiting to be explored, and I feel like Ahsoka, like the Grisk would be a good big threat for the whole galaxy to team up and take on. So yeah, that's the one I want. Although any option except the new one, a new alien, that is probably the least exciting. But I mean, if the alien looks cool and does cool things and has a cool culture and all that, so I think that'd be cool. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's it for the theories for this video. So what did you think of my theories? Are there any that you agree? Is there any other options that you think it could be? Maybe there'll be something else. I don't know. You can tell me in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.